Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can tell, I have a lot of stuff behind me, and if you've read the title of the video, I am going to Norway for my gold DV, and this is what I am taking with me. So I am super excited for this, although I'm going to be honest with you, and I was a little bit unprepared, but I have spent a lot of time and hours researching and talking to my DV expedition manager to really finalise what I need to take with me. So I've made this video, and hopefully to help other people like myself to know what to take with them on their expedition. So without further ado, let's get in with the video. Okay, so let's start off with the basics, and that is our rucksack. So this is actually not one which I bought, but it's been handed down to me from my brother. But I used it for my practice expedition in the peaks, and I absolutely love this. So I definitely recommend this. It is the NORWAY Alpine. I don't know if I've pronounced that correctly, but I do recommend this bag. I'm sure there are better ones out there, probably more modern. This is quite old now, but this got me through it, and so yeah, I recommend it. As well as that, you also need a rucksack liner, and normally you can get them that also come with the bag, but I'm pretty sure because it was so old we've kind of lost it. But this is just from Amazon. So with a rucksack liner, you just basically put all your clothing and all the innards of the stuff just to make sure that it doesn't get wet, and you ideally make sure that it's leak proof and waterproof. So yeah, that's really useful. Okay, so now let's move on to shoes. So I was kindly gifted these shoes from Hi-Tec, and I am incredibly grateful. They are amazing shoes. I wore these ones. I will put the name somewhere on the screen for my practice expedition, and they got me through. I didn't have any blisters at all, so amazing. They also sent me some other ones. I'll put the name on the screen somewhere too, and I do really like these shoes, and I have nothing against them, but I just thought the other ones were a little bit more hardcore for what I was doing. So yeah, definitely recommend Hi-Tec shoes, and thank you very much for gifting me them too. Another thing that I was kindly gifted was basically waterproofing spray and cleaning supplies, and this was from Nick Wax, and I'm incredibly grateful for these. They sent me like a lovely little message, and these are incredibly highly rated, especially if you're going somewhere it's a little bit wet like Norway or the Peak District or Lake District, somewhere like that. But what you do is you basically just spray them on your clothing. I will do this once I kind of get closer to the time of my expedition. And you've got your footwear cleaning gel, which are obviously very useful. You've got your tech wash, which means that you can wash all your clothes once you're done with your expedition. And then you have your waterproofing. So you've got your waterproofing for wet weather clothing. So this would be, for example, like my coat, or my like joggers maybe, hat, it depends, literally can go on anything. And then these are fabric and leather proof. So what I would do is I would spray these over my shoes just to really make sure that they are waterproof and water resistant as well. But yeah, really recommend these. Go check out Nick Wax, and thank you so much for sending me those too. These are really useful. Okay, moving on to like clothing. So I have this like lovely insulating kind of like padded jacket, and basically what you do is this kind of just keeps you warm, and you put it under like your raincoat. I got this from Mountain Warehouse, and thank you to my mum for buying me this. I'm incredibly grateful. But yeah, so this is really useful. It's very good quality as well, which means it will keep me warm, and I can wear it in the night as well if I get really cold. But yeah, you want a really good insulating like layer. You could get a fleece too, but these are literally just will keep you warm, guaranteed. Next we have the raincoat. So this is kind of the waterproof. It's also incredibly good quality, and from Mountain Warehouse too. It's called Mountain Equipment, so is that one as well. and basically it just keeps you warm, but it can also, you know, be packed down quite small, so if you don't end up wearing it, you can kind of just put it in your bag. But I really recommend getting a very good quality coat and insulating layer, because that is what you're going to basically survive in the entire expedition. So even if that means splashing out a little bit more than what you'd expect and want to, I think it's definitely worth it, because yeah, again, it's like being comfortable and also being equipped with the right type of stuff. But yeah, I'll put the link or like a little name of what it is so you can go check it out. Going on with waterproofs, we have waterproof trousers. You also want quite good quality. I got these for Mountain Warehouse too. These are amazing just to keep you kind of like waterproof and make sure you don't get cold, because as soon as you get wet you're going to get cold. But yeah, just recommend some waterproof trousers. It's kind of an essential thing, so make sure you go get one of those as well. Yeah, so then we have t-shirts. So in terms of like, one of the rules is that you avoid cotton at all costs. This is because as soon as it gets wet, it's going to take a long time to like dry and you will get cold. So I've gone for 3 polyester t-shirts. I might add or take one away, depending if I feel like it's necessary or not. So these are literally just my running t-shirts, as you can tell. I love these. But yeah, so just 3 polyester t-shirts, or as many polyester t-shirts as you'd want. I've also got a tank top, also made out of polyester. I do like to wear my tank tops just because I like to let my armpits breathe. It gets very warm when you're walking and I don't like to be sweaty, so yeah, I've got a lovely little tank top too. I've also got some walking trousers. These were from Mountain Warehouse as well, and these are really good, just kind of a bit more breathable. I wouldn't call them waterproof, they're probably water resistant, so if you were in like a condition where it was wet and rainy, I'd put your waterproof trousers on top. So yeah, they're very good as well. I also have some shorts just in case it gets a bit warm, or when we're at the campsite you just want to change into some shorts, but yet again we'll see how the weather goes. And then moving on to some leggings. I'm kind of a leggingsy kind of girl. I do like my leggings, so I know that for a fact that I will be wearing these a few days. So definitely recommend some good quality leggings as well, not just kind of like the cotton ones. These are like sports leggings which I wear to run in, so they're pretty hardy. Next you have your kind of your warm supplies, like you've got your gloves. Make sure you've got some good proper quality gloves there, because it can be cold and having cold hands is really uncomfortable. I've also got a lovely little beanie, which is really nice. I love little beanies, it keeps your ears warm and they're kind of just really cute and comfortable. But yeah, definitely recommend that as well. Sun hat, just in case it gets really warm and you kind of want to know where you're going, because you want to be able to see, and these are very useful too. With that, I also have some nice sunglasses as well, which I think were from H&M. But yeah, nothing too expensive or glamorous, kind of just does the job. I also have a sports bra, a Nike Pro one. I do like my Nike Pro. I will probably take 2 of these, and yeah, they'll be really useful too. I know that we will be lake swimming one day, so I've also got my swimming costume. I don't know if I'll end up using it or not, we'll see. But yeah, so that is all majority of my clothes. I've probably forgotten some stuff, so I will put a little list of anything that I've forgotten, because I'm still in the process of packing. As well as that, I have my thermals. So I've got a thermal top, which is what you can wear under your t-shirts, and I have got some thermal leggings on its way as well from Amazon. I have also got some walking socks. Make sure these are good quality, as you know, socks are quite vital for preventing blisters. I've got a few more than 2, don't know where they've all gone, but as soon as I find them, you know, where socks disappear, as soon as I find them, they'll be packed as well. I'm just taking about 4 or 5, we'll see. And then just some trainer socks as well, because I am going to bring my running shoes, just some light running shoes, just so in the evenings at the campsite I can do a little switch around. to make myself more comfortable. Alright, so I'm going to quickly run through the sleeping stuff and like accessories sort of stuff. Okay, so first of all, I have my sleeping bag. This is my brother's. I have no idea where it's from, but I will find out and put it up there somewhere for you. Really good quality. You want a good sleeping bag. This is kind of what makes you either enjoy your expedition or not. So if you don't sleep, it's going to be really uncomfortable and really just frustrating for everyone else because you're going to be in a mood. Yeah, so make sure you have a good quality sleeping bag. Yet again, this is probably another thing which you're going to have to splash out for, like the shoes and the waterproof layers. But it's definitely like recommended and worth it. So yeah, moving on, we have our like sleeping roll mat or mat. You can get a roll mat, ones which are like those like foil ones which you literally just like roll and stick on the outside. However, I've got this lovely little inflatable one which is also my brother's, and this is very recommended and will be quite nice to sleep on. I also have a lovely little inflatable pillow which I'm debating whether or not to take, because for my practice I didn't actually use it. I used some clothes instead in like a little plastic bag, so I like multi-use those then. But yeah, so I'm unsure, but we'll see. But definitely recommend some good quality. Moving on to like little accessories which you don't actually need, and toiletries as well, which you do need. So we have your basic deodorant. Just take something small. I'm probably going to get one which isn't in a glass container because I might just get one of those plastic ones because it's heavier and you don't want it to break. Baby wipes, these are very useful, especially as you're I'm wild camping, and also just to clean yourself, which are very helpful as well. I have a little microfiber towel, very useful. It's relatively large, it does the job, quite light as well. Recommend getting one of those from Amazon. I've got a hairbrush and some hair bands, very useful. We have some midge and tick spray. This will kind of come under the first aid. Basic first aid supplies, I'll just put them up here for you. But yeah, so definitely recommend some midge and tick spray, as well as like a mosquito net, because we're in Norway, there are mosquitoes and that will just be really uncomfortable if you've just been bitten. So recommend some of those as well. I've got some Carmex lip balm because my lips do get very dry when I'm walking. I've got a little travel bamboo toothbrush, which I recommend. Love bamboo toothbrushes, very good. I have a water bottle. You want a sturdy, hardcore water bottle. You don't want it to break or squish, so really recommend getting a good water bottle there. I have some sanitary towels as well because, unlucky for me, I will be on, so we'll see how that goes, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I also have some head torches. These are very useful. You want a head torch and you also want some spare batteries as well, so yeah, they're quite light. I haven't actually got batteries on these just yet, but you want a head torch as well as a torch. I have a little watch just in case my Garmin dies. I do like a watch and it's very useful to know the time and just to know whereabouts you are, in terms of distances and tracking it along the way, so that's very useful. I've also got a notepad and a pen, and this is because for our expedition you have to do an aim, or like a little investigation. I'll probably go into that further like along my expedition, but yeah, so I thought I could just write little things down and that, which is very useful and to keep you entertained. I have a water camel pack. This is optional, you do not need this, but I think it will be very useful. I didn't use it for the practice and I kind of wish I did. But yeah, so you just slot it into your bag. It has a little like tube bit, so you literally, all you have to do is just kind of use it as like a little water bottle. I have some walking sticks. These are incredibly useful. They're actually not that heavy either. I use these for the practice, a lifesaver, loved them. One of my friends, actually her shoe came off, her sole of her shoe just ripped off.
This is the shoe that we're trying to...
Yep. As you can see, the safety pins are sticking out and they will probably jab me in the foot.
Which was really inconvenient. But she used these as like a little crutch to kind of solve her way through all of her mess. which was awful, bless her, but she managed to do it, and she used these as well, and they're very useful. They kind of keep the weight off your back as well. I have some water purifying tablets. These are also might be given to you by your expedition leader, or you can choose to bring them yourself. But bear in mind, if you find running water from a stream anyways, you don't really need them because it should be clean. I've also got the water purification pack as well with that. I have some zip ties of like an emergency thing. I'm going to have a little emergency kit as well. I'll put a little list there. That'll be like duct tape, just in case your sole of your shoe comes off, basically. You've got to be prepared for anything. I have a little bandana because I just thought it was cute, and also because you can use it as a water purification thing as well. But yeah, I do like little bandanas and hats that your expedition leader or your school will give you. This will include a tent. I am going to be carrying one of the tents for our group. This means that I will not be carrying my food. And what we've done it is that there's 6 of us and that we've all split up into pairs. So I'll be carrying the tent for my pair and the other girl will be carrying the food. So that will depend on what you've decided with your group and how you're going to carry stuff. But also have like a trencher, which is like a stove. I'm also not going to be carrying this. My partner will be carrying the trencher as well. This is just what you cook your stuff on, and you will be provided with that. I do have my own little mini stove trencher, and what this is not only a stove, but it's also a little cup and like a saucepan, which is really useful. So in like a morning when you want a coffee, so we're going to use that, and I'm going to be carrying that. But yeah, again, that is optional, you don't need that. On to food. This is obviously very important because you want to have enough so that you can get through your expedition days. You are going to be burning a lot of calories, so you really want to fuel yourself. And that includes slow releasing carbohydrates, like fast energy, sugars. So yeah, we'll go through all of this now. Okay, so to start off with, I have my Wayfarer expedition meals. These are quite pricey, they're about £5 each, but they're very much worth it. You can eat them cold or hot, and I will just be kind of doubling these up as my lunch and my dinner. So I'll have one for lunch, one for dinner, and hopefully I should be getting enough calories with them. They have enough in, which is really good. Recommend them. You can also bulk buy them on Amazon, which are very useful. So I've got ones like beans and sausage, steak and vegetables, all day breakfast, chocolate pudding. They have absolutely loads of varieties, and if you have like dietary needs, because I'm allergic to nuts, these are kind of perfect. But you can also get ones which have like specific dietary requirements, like my friend's also vegetarian. So yeah, really you can kind of get everything. Next I have my breakfast, and I have got probably more than enough, and this is just because we are going to be staying in a hotel for a couple nights, and it is very pricey in Norway, and I just feel like I can just make my own breakfast really. So I just have my simple oats, my Quaker oats, and they're already in their little packets, and what I was going to do is basically make little sachets of skimmed milk, add some nice dried fruit in the morning, and I should therefore have a very good feeling breakfast. But this is optional. Last time for practice expedition, we literally had pancakes every night, you know, the ones that you get from like Sainsbury's, and they did perfect. Next I have kind of snacks and like on the go sort of things. I have my Harvest Morn little breakfast bars. Breakfast bars are good, especially as they have a lot of like slow releasing energy in them, but they can break, so be careful with that. I also have some Nutri-Grain bars as well, which is a good breakfast bar. I have some quick energy supplying sweets. These were kind of just like a mood booster at the end of the expedition, or when it becomes to the end of the day. You don't want to rely on these as such, but they kind of just help you get through the last hour or so of your expedition, you're walking for the day. So I've got some jelly babies, and I have some rosy apples, which I haven't had these for a long time. But yeah, thought I'd just get those. I also have some polos. I I kind of like just something just to have like throughout the day, and I also don't want bad breath, and I have a, yeah, so I quite like to have some polos on me, or some mints, just because why not. I then have my dried fruit. I have some dates and I have some raisins. I'm going to bag everything, and these will just be kind of my breakfast and just along the route, basically, yeah, more or less. As a group, we decided that for each night during our expedition we provide a pudding. What me and my partner person has done, we decided that we're going to do s'mores. So what we've done, basically bag some marshmallows. We've ordered some vegetarian marshmallows for the girl who's a vegetarian, and we're going to get some digestives, and that will be our quick and easy little campfire small dessert thing. But yeah, that's basically the rundown of the food. I'll probably grab a few cup soups as well, just in case like I don't end up eating these or I run out for whatever reason. And yeah, that's kind of my food for you. I have a 25 litre rucksack. This is kind of just for travelling because we are going to Norway, but this is completely optional. We won't be using this for our expedition, so I can keep my passport in there and just like a few like paperwork for the plane and all that sort of stuff, and kind of just leave it there and then come back to it at the end of the expedition, which is great. I will also be packing like probably a bit of spare clothes in here as well. I'll do like a little rundown of what I'm packing in here, as well as like some chargers maybe. So yeah, that's really useful but completely optional, and you only really need that if your expedition leader has told you so. I also will be taking a portable charger as well as all my camera stuff. I obviously want to try and vlog this, so we'll see how that goes, but I do also think I'm going to run out of charge on my camera, so I might have to end up resorting to my phone, but that is optional again, you do not need that. And then that kind of concludes everything that I'm taking to Norway for my Gold DOV expedition. There's probably things that I have missed out from here, but I will put a list up of everything that you need, or what I think would be recommended for going on an expedition for Gold DOV. I don't know if I mentioned that everything here that should be in like a waterproof bag. You can get like little roll ones, but that's just in case that you get your whole rucksack wet for whatever reason, and you don't want things to end up getting wet and damp, and it kind of just ruins it all and it makes it all really uncomfortable. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little haul, or like what I pack with me. Let me know if you go on any DOV expeditions, and let me know how you get on and what you take. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!